Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Entre Filmmaker. Today I have a very special tip for you. There's a lot of things during the day that we kind of waste our time on, right? And it's specifically the small things that kind of, hinder us really to get often to a place or to the goals that we want to achieve. We think normally I will just quickly do this and it takes me just 2 minutes of my time, like for an example, answering an email, a phone call, or a text message. But all of this together, whatever distracts you during the day, compounds like a good interest rate over many years, and you will be losing weeks and months of time just when those small things compound. And that's often a problem why people don't really feel they have enough time, or that they don't achieve enough. So today I want to give you an amazing hack that I just recently found out to maximize your time and to really get you time back in the long run. And the more you do of those things, the more time you will have and the more you will be successful and you will achieve things. So let's jump into this episode. Bumper. So, what if we could automate certain things that come up over and over and over? And I think one of the biggest time wasters is really like email, right? So we're not usually getting paid for doing our email. We're getting paid for doing our work. And you might argue, email is the one that, we keep in touch with clients and so on, but still, we don't get paid for that. That is just, being in touch, with our clients, friends, and associates. So what can we do about it in order to cut down really on the time that kind of, especially those repetitive emails that we have to write over and over and over? How about, we could kind of automate email? Wouldn't that be amazing to save our time on like those those over and over repetitive emails? So I'll show you a trick right now here in my email inbox, what I do in order to an auto. No, it's not an auto. It's an automation. So in order to automate those processes, and I think it will save you a lot of time with the click of a button. So let's jump into it. Okay, here we go to my email inbox. So I get an email from this fellow here. Call me tomorrow if you can, right? I don't like actually to just call tomorrow at any given time. And then, the guy is not there. And then I talk for 5 minutes with his secretary. And she tells me, oh yeah, he has to call you back. And it's a whole balagan here, right? It's a whole chaos. And I don't want that. So what I would now do is I would basically go in here and I would write, hey, Jonathan, love to talk to you. How about Wednesday, October 26th? Don't count, 36. Okay, October 36th is good. At 25 p.m. So then I would write, if this doesn't work for you, can you give me 2 other time slots of your time? So basically you want to always have in your email already like an if-then scenarios. If this doesn't work, can you give me 2 other time slots of your time? So he has to be super specific. Hey, I can do on Wednesday or on Monday, right? Those type of emails come up all the time, right? So they kind of the repetitive requests. I basically work with signatures. So what I do is I go and hit the reply button, and you can do this in any email program, Gmail, on Microsoft or whatever. So what I do is instead of typing this out, I go to my signatures that you see over here. I have you different scenarios as you see, and I will go walk you through them. So a phone meeting, right? He wants a phone meeting. Let's hit this button. Boom. And it says here already, hey, XXX. That should be his name. So that would be then Jonathan. How are things going? Just wanted to follow up and see if we can meet on the phone. And here comes in the day, October 36th from 25 p.m. till 25:30 p.m. If not, what other 2 time slots work for you? Boom! Done. I just fill out the blanks and then hit my button and we're done. So that's one scenario. So what happens if Jonathan, for example, the invoice, right? He requested basically, to send an invoice in. So I have prepared the invoice for him to get paid, and here is my message, right? So what is with an invoice? You send in the invoice, you attach it to an email, and then you want to have quick instructions where to send the invoice and to whom it should be made out. So here again, hey Jonathan, here's the invoice. Please make out the check to Hoffman Productions, right? That's what I want to do. You have no idea how often, even though it says on my invoice already, you need to always do it for the dumbest person on the planet who kind of does not read things. And most people don't read, so we are all kind of dumb. We never read really things that we're getting. So therefore, always the instructions, double everything up. So if you please make out the check to Hoffman Productions Inc., you can send the check to, and then my address again. Thanks so much for this project. And then boom, talk soon. All automated on a click of a button. What other scenarios do I have? Another scenario that comes up is Jonathan asked for a proposal. So I spent hours and hours and hours, and that's where I really put my hours in, spending my time not on email but on proposals, because they convert into projects and money. So I have prepared a proposal. And there I have my proposal email. Hey, Jonathan, here is the proposal as discussed. Can you confirm, very important, can you confirm that you received it? And when is a good time for you to go over it together? Now, what am I doing here? This is super crucial. Don't just say, oh, here's the proposal, good luck. No, don't do this. You want to be in a fluid process of communication. You want to first know that they got it. Good. But then you also want to call to action with them, because you don't want that they just often, when I didn't know those kind of hacks, they would just get my proposal and I would never hear back from them. And often my proposals, especially in the beginning, I thought it's all clear, and then there were questions and the client didn't call back because they misunderstood something, whether it's a pricing issue or what was included. So it's very important to go over the proposal with them. So when is a good time for you to go over it together? Don't ask a question, shall we go over it together? Like a yes/no question. They will not answer that. So that's another scenario. I have one where people ask me for my day rate. So Jonathan asks, hey, what's your day rate? And then I would send back, hey, Jonathan, here's my rate, see below. And then instead of just giving him the price, I tell him first, very important, what is included. My 2 cameras, all the cool Zeiss lenses, a GoPro Hero, a Phantom aerial shots copter, camera crane, Steadicam, camera dolly, and a lot of things. Then, in order to frame my day rate, right, am I actually worth? The gear rental alone is worth over $1,500 at CSI Rentals in New York. So now I'm giving him a frame of a price, right? Just the gear is worth $1,500. And then I put in my day rate and I give him my overtime rate. And then, very important too, travel and parking costs are to be determined. Of the click of a button, boom, in 5 seconds, I have taken care of this email. I hope this was helpful to you. And, it saves you, a tremendous amount of time, and therefore you will be making more money, right? Because you're not wasting your time on people and things that kind of don't generate money. So if you like those things, I would be ever so grateful if you would be just, leaving a comment and saying how this has worked for you. Because, I have to say, if you write a comment below in the comment section, or if you sign up for the email, it really motivates me to, push out more stuff and more of those kind of hacks, and kind of think for you, like having you in mind when I set up certain business things. Because I have to say, I'm also doing completely like unorganized things, and, things that could be much better organized or better optimized. So, the more I hear from you, the more I'm, feeling like I'm making an impact in your life, and I want to help you with that, and I want to see how it's going for you. So this concludes this episode. If you, usually we have a question and answer kind of going on at this point, or at least, going forward. But since the episode is so long already, I will defer it to next time. If you have a question, however, that you want to be answered, just go up on the website entrefilmmaker.com/ask, or click on the ask button up there, and then leave me a voicemail, leave your name and your question and your website. And it's a great way of also like cross promoting, what you're doing and your art, so that many of our tribe members can see what you're doing. And who knows, maybe shidduch comes together and people find each other, and maybe they work together at some point. So this is Entre Filmmaker, and thank you for watching. This is Shmuley Hoffman, and this is the end. Talk to you then. Bye.